I am Kazasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. We are finishing up our second trial for today, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna hop right into it. Maya's in trouble again, but it was her family, because you can't trust family. I think her aunt was in on it, and someone named Eeny Meeny, who you definitely can't trust with a name like that. Probably did it. I think I know how it was done, but it's hard to articulate because a whole day has passed. Hello, hello. Nick. Yeah? Do you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then, you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all that you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah? Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct the first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said it wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe this is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Ugh! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, and you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from the body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You! Be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have? Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fay, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and entered the chamber. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify! Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my out for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness? Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It was very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover up for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she? The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit it's such a thing, however, yes. But you were physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. I know, trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mr. Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I am not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy, witness? Witness, elaborate on the point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, yes. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Meenie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Eenie Meenie. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university? What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff? Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meanie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy, like, in a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You were saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of the witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Minnie. She was a nurse, Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Minnie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Amy? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. Oh, what do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if he'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, like, think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was going to be a totally seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into my room, like, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking you what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Thank you for putting beans back into the bean economy. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Minnie? I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was happy in, like, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult? But I, like, know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. So, you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? It is very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. Huh. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? That is impossible. It should have been covered in blood. That's not normal. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared like this before you. The blood spray? Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And, I persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. No, Yak, you don't understand. It blends right in. Just right in. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. I can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Minnie, at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out, because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner, the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie? Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? What do you mean? When you... Crive seed. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Yes. Why am I getting asked these questions? I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Meanie, if you will please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. So it's this last one. She should have seen Pearl Faye. That's who should have been there at that time. If I remember yesterday correctly. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. What do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Faye's daughter, Pearl Faye. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have had to see her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? Oh, spooky. Nah! As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have noticed Pearl. That's not true. This urn is my proof. An old, cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn. Yow! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About what you were really doing at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right! I was, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could have never known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. But look at the manner guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't ask a question of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Miss Meenie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meenie was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why that is... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. I'm losing my voice. It's too much talking. Okay. It's the judge's voice. And then I have to get real sharp again for, like, Francesca. And it's... It's fine. Everything is fine. Only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Boing. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ugh, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. You see, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Meenie. One so young shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Meenie, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime? It's very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? No person can fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right! I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. They both have bullet holes in them. I think I can present the folding screen. Because it has a... So long as it says... Yeah. I hope this isn't jumping weirdly. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole of the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what you are saying? Then Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey. She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime is not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from Curran Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have the box to use. Morgan Fey? Isn't it that wonderful lady, the witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in medium costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray, and after that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meany, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been so easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Huh. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry you are still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is really the murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's the easiest question we've had thus far. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't got a motive. A motive? I can't say she has no motive here. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. I, wanted revenge. Then, if I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have had waited this long. And besides, this guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. I was, a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meanie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have a truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Ugh. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's just like I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Yes? I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meany had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second here. No, man, she don't care. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There is no way Amy could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, look at her. Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me, even though we're the same age? Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Is her dad dead? Did he die in jail? Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. I think she's mad that we put her dad in jail. And then he died in jail? Question mark? But we only put her dad in jail because he was trying to put our boyfriend in jail. And now our boyfriend is dead. So it's very complicated. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meenie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Meenie, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good. But... that was, last year in May. Like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped, too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Well, those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meanie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Sometimes the bot yells at the bot, and sometimes it lets it go. I don't understand. This was like last year in May. I know. The mod is constantly pointing a gun at itself. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th. The 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like, something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Minnie? Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Minnie's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Minnie is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie. That's incorrect. I actually have her driver's license in my pocket. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was, like, totally pooped, so I fell asleep and, like... There we go. I got her driver's license from a guy pretending to be a doctor at the clinic, and he was using it for nefarious purposes. We don't worry about it. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. That cannot be true. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Dr. Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you... No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ugh. Cry, and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but... Like, even if I had my license... I, like, don't think my sis would have let me drive. Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and now the pain and the ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Okay, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. There's something very weird going on here. So, there's clearly a driver's license of this girl. And I don't think the guy was lying about that. And she had plastic surgery after the accident to fix her face. I think this might be the nurse. I think this is Mimi Minnie. And Eenie Meenie died in the car accident. And that was a genuine accident. I think. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Like, around that time... I know how much you love this game series and how much sense it makes. I was, like, really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like... Like, I had one of those permit things, I think that's what they're called. Permits. Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with their dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it? She had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car? Yeah. She had, just gotten it. It was, from the UK. The UK. That's where I get all my fancy cars. From the UK. Why not just say Germany? That's where the fancy... Jesus. Were those her... Jesus, I didn't even finish reading this. The UK. Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the next obvious topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said in her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Oh, well, if you like cars that much, then. That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sis's new car was a totally special model from England. Okay, well, I guess I have to read this. Last night, two women car crashed into a highway center divide. One of them was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. I was totally tired and I dropped off to sleep, and then there was this crash, and when I woke up in a huge sea of flames, I was still half asleep, but I opened the right door and I got out. I don't remember anything else. If Miss Eenie Meenie is to be believed, the one driver of the car was her sister, Mimi Minnie. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's what I was just getting to. Because driver's side, US, that's left. Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and got out. That's correct, isn't it? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Oh! I need 1 second. Okay. My neighbor has a very loud car, speaking of cars, that he likes to press the gas on in front of my house. And it's very, very loud. I'm 100% sure it can be heard on stream. So sometimes I have to wait for him to stop being an asshole in front of my house. I just gotta make sure. God, I can't get into my neighbor on the street, but, what do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped during the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Order! Order in the court! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said that the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Minnie. That is what Eni said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of the murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Who was driving? Oh, he's back. Who was driving? I don't know if my theory holds any water. Because this gets complicated. I personally think who's on the stand right now is Mimi Minnie. Well, it's not like I'm gonna lose the case. I'll get penalized at the very least. I'm not gonna instantly lose. I think it was me. I think she's Mimi Minnie. Which means she would have been driving. Okay. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Ugh. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Ooh, here we go. Mimi Minnie, that is your real name. Of all the foolish drivel, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Mimi Minnie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eni Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Minnie? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eni Minnie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see now why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Ugh. What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Minnie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Minnie was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. Oh yeah. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Eni? I mean, Miss Von Karma? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Minnie. That's quack, Doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why did you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Minnie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of the channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I am perfect. Me, Franziska Von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? I'm going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. And one more for good measure. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham! Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. No, it's fine. That is all. This court is adjourned. So, Ghost Ariel, she's one of them. This is actually an 8-year-old girl, but she channeled her elder cousin, and now she looks like this. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis, Sis, I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick, but every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Minnie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Ooh. She did it because she wanted her family to... Oh, she did it for Pearl. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Korean village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family. My aunt... No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearl's would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Korean, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Francesca. We definitely have time, at least for an investigation into this new trial. Turn around, Big Top. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. Oh, look at him. The world's greatest magician. The one, the only. Maximilian Galactica. And there he goes. Maximilian Galactica. That's a good name. And not bad at all. Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball, not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician. A magician. No, a magician. Mr. Nick. What is it, Pearls? Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits? I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls? I'm sorry. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Korean Village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Now he has 2 daughters. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self. It's time to go. You're right, we can't miss the last train. Pearls, you remembered the train? Of course I did! But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. So, I do actually have an answer for that. What was it? The deal, they talked about this in the very first game. It was like 15 years ago or something, where they did a channeling to testify to find out who the murderer was, and the spirit was wrong, and then everybody said that channeling was phony and unreliable, and so that's why it's not used more often. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year. Don't worry about it, really. You are going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I am glad you will get to spend your New Year's with someone special. Pearly, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick. Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. Well, today wraps it up for this year. I hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Hello? This is Wright Income... Nick, it's terrible! Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here, too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up. What are you talking about? My dirty office. What are you talking about? Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV. The TV? Now, let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you, we're here at Berry Big Circus. The Berry Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Berry Big Circus. That's the circus we went to, right? They are saying that there was a murder. Yeah, they arrested him too. Arrested who? Max! They arrested Max Galactica! Maximilian Galactica. Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Alright, Nick. I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. Huh? What? See you there. You've still got plenty of time to clean up your office later. Wait, what? I guess we're going to the detention center. What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max? You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing. Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous! What a clever girl, such a fabulous understanding of events! What's with all this fabulous talk? Oh. Welcome to the visitor's room. It's Max, Nick! Look, it's the real Maximilian Galactica! Alright, sweetie, pick a card. Any card. He called me sweetie. Nick! Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. This one. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts. He got it! He got it! Nick, look! He got it! What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts. Oh, Max. Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time. Max, you should let Nick pick a card. Ooh, I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Her driver? Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you? Yes, I'm your biggest fan. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling? I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Oh, yes! Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-inducing. Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little more about yourself. Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better, too. Why don't you come sit next to me? There's a big piece of security glass between us. Oh, sweet Jeebus, what in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays, they get their panties all in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous. I won the Magician's Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians. It was an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day. Wow, that's incredible. Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. I'm going to guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician. You are signed to an exclusive contract with the Berry Bake Circus, correct? That's the long and short of it. You should do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know. Magic is so fabulous, you have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie. You're right. You're so right. However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there. Huh? What do you mean? That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Berry Bake Circus is fabulously popular. People come in droves to catch a glimpse of Max, the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie? Yes. I made all the old crusty circus performers obsolete. But I kind of like the circus performances. Maya looks a bit down. Tell me what happened at the Berry Bake Circus. Last night, the ringmaster was murdered. The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry? Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Questioned you about what? About everything! I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening in his room. So then why were you arrested? Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters, that's all. Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is. She's right. I think I should shock him back into reality. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster. Uh-huh. What did you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max? It was nothing. Small talk, really. We were just having a chat about my salary. Salary? I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you? Yes? That's all you talked about? Of course! It was a fabulous chat. Just fabulous. I mean, now he's got me saying it. What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape. Well, I'm not gonna be able to unlock that, so... Oh, I have to unlock that. Last night, you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth? The whole truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? I can't investigate. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna leave. I can't... What am I supposed to do? I can't talk to him anymore. And I can't go to the circus. What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act? I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney. An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me? He isn't wasting his time, Max. You're... Okay, relax, sweetie. You're just a little over-anxious, I think. Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now. What's that? Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie? Because you've been arrested for murder! Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me. Why is that? Obviously, because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactica. So, I'm the very big star of the very big circus. And that means I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums. Which means what? Max. Quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. The police aren't really serious about all of this, are they? They don't arrest people as a joke. Look at Max, he's crushed. Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes? Sir, you're a lawyer, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, I am an attorney. Please, help me! I didn't kill nobody! Didn't kill nobody? I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane. I could never. Max! I swear, I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm. Okay, I'll take your case. Really? Really? Thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks. Max! Yes. What's your real name? It's Billy Bob Johns. What's the matter, Maya? He's really just a country bumpkin. There's a lot happening. I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie. Huh? Mr. Attorney. Yes. A few minutes ago, you took one of my cards, didn't you? Now that he mentions it, I did take a card. It was the 10 of hearts, right? Well, howdy, you got it right again. What can I say? You, too. You've stolen some of my most valuable possessions. 10 of Maximilian's Galactica's hearts. You sure do have a lot of hearts, don't you? I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie. He didn't just call me sweetie, did he? Alright, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick. Okay, now we can probably go do stuff. We're here again. Yep, but this time we're here for work. It hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene. Let's find someone who might know something about what happened. Sounds like a plan. It's a snack stand. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks, not to mention candy and popcorn! They've even got snow cones. Who would eat snow cones in the middle of winter? Nick, do you think we can buy some snow cones? Look around. There's tons of snow piled up all around here. Yay! Wait a second. There's no syrup, though. I want syrup. Hopefully she doesn't notice the discolored snow in the corner. That's not syrup. Ugh, the yellow snow cone joke. The very big top is so very enormous. Yep, one look at the huge tent looming over you and you realize that this is the circus. I know! It really gets your blood pumping, doesn't it? Look, it's Max! Even when you don't want to see him, poof, he's right in front of you. Sure, the sign says very big circus, but looking around, it might as well be Circus de Galactica. The stars on his cheek sure are dreamy. How about I draw a star on your cheek, Nick? I've got a marker. Nah, it's alright. This is the box office where they sell all the tickets for the circus. They also sell programs. I forgot to buy one when we came to the circus last time. So then why don't you buy one now? Sounds like a plan. Oh no! It looks like I forgot my wallet. If you want me to buy it for you, just ask me already. You know I'd never do that to you, Nick. Those streamers do a nice job introducing the circus performers. Maximilian Galactica and his comical comrades. You know, you don't really see too many streamers nowadays, do you? You're right. I haven't seen one in ages. I bet they stopped using them due to little kids climbing to the top. I don't think that was why. Nick, the entrance is right here. Maya, the circus is closed today. No clowns, no elephants, no shows. I know that! Nick, you can get your picture taken with Dolly the elephant. There's no Dolly, not today. I know that too. Oh well, I'll just have to take pictures with whoever I stumble across. It's not like we're here on business or anything. Oh, I can go to 2 different places. The circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience. Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults. I'm not doing any somersaults. Why not? You look like you'd be great at it. Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults? Huh? Nick! It wasn't me. Oh. It's a tiger! He's coming this way! Ah! Well, we're dead now. Nick, you're too young to die. Nick! Stay! Heal! I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. Nick, are you okay? Haha, scared ya, didn't I? Look at her. Oh man. God, she looks like one of those children in the modeling shows. Like their parents dress them up like this, make them get up at 5 in the morning and do pageant bullshit like my mom used to make me do. I feel this deep in my soul. Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he? What's the matter? You two sure are quiet. What's the matter, me? Nick, he almost died there. Huh, he wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people. And besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky. Huh? You agreed, don't you? Oh, I think she did it. I guess? What do you mean, you guess? Why are you agreeing with her? Woohoo! Your costume! Huh? It's cute. I want to try it on. Costume? You mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? I guess not. Really? You're the best! Wow, the tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Berry, the renowned animal tamer of Berry Big Circus. My name's Maya Faith. I'm a spirit medium. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. When you put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we look really odd. Nice to meet ya. Likewise. Hey, Regina, what do you know about what happened last night? You mean the murder? Uh-huh. My dad was murdered. Oh, I see. Wait, what did she just say? So, the ringmaster was your... Yep, the ringmaster was my dad. I'm so sorry about what happened to him. Why do you say you're sorry? Uh-huh. Anyways, everyone was here practicing last night. Even your dad? Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with Regent. Regent, so she was with the beast. That's when the police showed up. When they took me to check things out, Dad was dead. For someone whose father just died, she seems awfully perky. I wish she would tell us more about her dad. That's incredible that you are an animal tamer. If you say so. It has to be really scary. Scary? Why? Huh? Regent isn't scary, he's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend. Leon? Yes, Leon the lion. Leon the lion, Regent and Regina. Interesting name choices. Leon, he died? Yes, actually he was killed. My dad killed him. What? Why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it. It's tough to not get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes. Oh, okay. This is so much. Oh, look at her dad. After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room. His room? Yes. That door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened. The ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself. It's Max! Hey, where's Max now anyways? You don't know. Nope. He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father. It's okay, Nick and I will help him. Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal? Of course he's not. I'm worried about so many things right now. Like what? I'm having one of the most bizarre conversations, and that's saying a lot for this game. Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? I'll tell you, Maya, but just you. Well. What? Really? And then... Oh my, that's incredible, Regina. Come on, Nick. There's no reason to pout. Don't worry about me. Regina told me that someone professed their love to her. Professed their love? Not only that, it was Maximilian Galactica. I wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyways. And then, on that exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well. What? Who was it? Someone named Trilio. Trilio? Apparently, he is a tenor who sings in the circus. Haven't met him yet. Regina seems to be quite the hit with men in the circus. She must have some sort of strange power over them. You're not kidding, 2 people in one day? Even I want to profess my love for her. Me too. She's so cute. Okay, well, I'm gonna move on with my life. This was the ringmaster's room? Yeah, this room belonged to the victim, which means this must be where Max met the ringmaster last night. Now that you mention it, that is what he said. I wonder what... That's an interesting poster. Oh, it's a poster of Max. I want it, I want it, Nick, I want it. I want to get out of here. There's a lot of posters here, don't you think? There are indeed. So many posters that they aren't likely to miss one, are they? Maya, we're supposed to be the honest ones around here. But, you didn't even notice that I took one. She already swiped one. Heh. You're incorrigible, you know that. Look at all the stars on this poster. This must have been the poster they used to promote their public appearances. Posters are the way to go, aren't they? What do you mean? We should make posters to promote our law firm. Spine-tingling legal action, mind-numbing legalese. You will say wow. Or perhaps hold it. Don't miss out on a stunning life of life or death in the courtroom thrill ride. With those taglines, our law firm would sink faster than the Titanic. Oof. Topple. Nick, look at all these cute trophies. Indeed, just look at all the awards this circus has won. Like all country quiz champions, Ringmasters Association mini golf master, beer belly balloon bounce champ, pet grooming Grand Prix. Wow, the Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I have never imagined. It's a table for guests. There are some papers scattered on top. Oh, look at this! Max's salary is written on this piece of paper. Yikes! But what is it? I didn't know that a magician... This salary is incredible! She looks like she's about ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much is it? That much? Incredible, huh? You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. The ringmaster signed and dated it. What's the matter, Nick? Max definitely got a raise, but this document is dated a week ago. This is strange. Everything else looks nice, but this desk looks old and cheap. There's a really big photo on the desk. It's a picture of Regina and her father, the ringmaster. He really loved her, didn't he? Regina was so lucky to have such a wonderful father. You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat. And they call this the face of someone who already knew that. What? A scrap of white paper is sticking out of the coat pocket. Huh? Where? Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats. Aw, you always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. This is where the ringmaster applied his makeup. It's quite a collection of the most understated colors. Shocking pink, for example. This one says 100% all-natural organic mascara. And this one says sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime. Ringmaster must have been really concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual. Nick, look at all the photos linked up on the wall. It's like a guided tour of the circus's history. This is so cool. It seems like there were so many happy memories. Maybe we should do this sort of thing in our office. We can put up pictures of all the clients who've been found not guilty. And what if we had a client who was found guilty? We'll just pretend like they didn't exist. How's that? Nick, now you've got me thinking about losing cases. Why'd you do that? This was the table. Ew, there's mud caked on this table. Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table. Nick, don't even think about it. I wasn't. How uncouth do you think I am anyways? Okay, I think we got everything. Did we get that? I guess we didn't get that piece of paper. I'm sure we will eventually. Ugh. Look, that's where Max comes out during the show. I've got to admit, that was a pretty cool effect. We're planning for me to start coming out of the lion during the show. That's great, Regina. Yeah, I will ride on Regina's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. I want to try it too. I'll ride on Nick's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. Sometimes I wonder about this girl. Whoa, those lights are huge. I love lights. Whenever I appear under the spotlight, everyone claps for me. That's because everyone knows that you're cute. No, I'm not cute. You're cute. Me? Of course, I'm sure you'd make an incredible heroine. Really? You think so? Nick, did you hear that? Me? Heroine. Just, what about Nick, Regina? Nick. He's no hero, is he? Ouch. Thanks a lot, Maya. Oh, a ladder. It's just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should just stick with the basic facts of the matter. Oh, okay. It's not even worth arguing with her on this one. Hey, it's a rope. Probably for tightrope walking. That's a bit strange. There weren't any tightrope walkers on the show, in the show when we saw it. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can help us. Not a single clue. You know, I've been meaning to ask you, what exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are we looking for? A bloody chainsaw, for instance. Well, they're definitely not one of those here. The seats are kind of far away, don't you think? They are, but it also means that lots of people can fit in the big top. He's right, we can fit 500 people into a show. 500? That's amazing. Flying around above that many people is a real rush. At least, that's what Max said. It's gonna be Gumshoe. This seems to be the dorm where all the performers of the circus stay. Really? So we might run into the stoogey clown here, right? He's so kooky. Ah, it's you two. Hey. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. How is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal? Because you're always working, Detective. Well, I'd rather not be always working, but with crime, you don't make your own hours. If I have to be at the circus anyway, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nick, he complained. That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? Do you know who the trial will be? Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Of course, it will be Miss Von Karma. Ugh, She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure Miss Von Karma's really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about. Like who? Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. Maya, we said never to say his name again. Never, never say it. What in the world happened after I went back home? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't heard what happened to him? Nick won't tell me. Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore. This is so unnecessarily ominous. We have sort of said he's dead, but I'm still having a hard time believing it. He's not around. Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around? Exactly what he said. He's not around. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay? Nick. So stupid. The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he? Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. A pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing now. Oh, surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing. Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim? He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. Eve. It's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly, but there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit. Aha, there's always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit. What was that one thing that just doesn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier. Footprints, pal. Footprints. Footprints. Look at this picture of the crime scene. What's this wooden box under the body? No clue, pal. Some forensics expert took it back and are examining it now. And what is so mysterious about the footprints? Whoa, calm down now. Take a good look at the footprints in this picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. That's right, pal. The problem is, the killer's footprints aren't there. Bingo. Where did the killer come from? And where did the killer run off to? Obviously, there's no way the killer committed this crime while flying. A flying culprit? That's when something just clicked in my head. There's no way! Flying is impossible. That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Haha! What's with the hollow laugh, pal? I mean nothing by it, pal. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. It looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent. You know what they say, a bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad. But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal. It's not just his attitude. I got proof, pal. Huh? He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat. Well, it does have a very class of decorative elements. Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols. Pretty mundane, aren't they? Who cares if they're mundane? At least they're easy to understand. Must have hit a nerve. That's what he said. Who said? The eyewitness. Eh? Tell us about the eyewitnesses. So about the eyewitnesses. Oh, you know I'm not gonna tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card. Oh well. Oh, I just remembered. What? I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering the lodging house. Why is that? Oh, no reason. Just something I remembered to tell you. It must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check it out. No, don't you dare, pal. Okay, bye. Go into the lodgings. I wonder whose room this is. The name tag on the door said Mo on it. I guess he's not here. Wow, it's a real mess in here. My room's probably worse, though. Oh well, I give up. We'll have to come back later. Look at everything in here. Awesome! Look at these shoes! They're great! Forget the shoes. Check out that great gag banana peel. You sure it wasn't Mo's snack after lunch? Are you blind? Look at how many scratches there are from people slipping on it. This is a horrific bed. Mo's got an excellent pair of pajamas laid out on his bed in an excellent manner. What? Those are pajamas? You mean he goes to bed dressed as a clown? Ew! All those clown costumes lined up like that. I don't know about you, but it's creepy. Look at the collection he's got. It's incredible. It must be a collection of clown costumes from around the world. Oh, I almost forgot. What is it now? She better not want me to try one of those on. I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I'll call it World Spirit Channels. We can display it in our office. In our office? As soon as you start paying the bills, you can say that. Mo seems to be a voracious reader. Look at all those hard books he has there. Clowns for Dummies. The Joke's on You. Treat Your Peons Right. And the classic Funny Jokes Are Funny. Wow, Mo is very studious. The Joke's on You. Huh. What the? There are a string of carrots here. How strange. The carrots seem to come in all different shapes. Weird. I can't tell if Mo just likes carrots or if he is using them for some sort of a gag. Clown equipment is so funny looking. He's got a balancing ball, a unicycle, he's even got a trampoline. But they're all broken. Maybe he was just a little too excited during practice. Who knows with that guy? Maybe that's part of the gag? Nick, you can see the scene of the crime from here. You can even tell that the ground has been disturbed. It's right in front of this window, about 30 feet away. I guess it wouldn't have been strange for someone to have seen the crime from here. Huh, hey Nick, look over there. What? There's someone over there. Excuse me? Oh my god. Look at this dude. Hello? Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me! Me? Yes, you. Work at the circus, don't you? No, I'm just your everyday average Joe. An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus? I don't think so. Yes, I am. I got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying. Like any regular person would hang out around the circus dressed like that. I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix, Wright. I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya. Well, I just happen to be, passing by. I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny. Not a carny. I'm a performer, actually. I'm a ventriloquist. Ventriloquist. I'm Benjamin Woodman. Your last name is Woodman? Yes, that's right, but everyone calls me Ben. Ah, yes. That's your alias, right? I believe they call it a stage name. Excuse me, Ben. Oh, yes, you mean me? About the murder. I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. Really, I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know. This guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out. Nick, cheer up. Just try and smile. Would you mind telling us something about Max? Maximilian Galactica? Max? he's not very nice. Did he just say that Max is not very nice? Oh, my head hurts. Yikes. I hope he is okay. It sounds like he just popped a gasket. Ben, so you're a ventriloquist? I'm just a regular guy. You already told us that you were a ventriloquist. Oh, yeah. Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. I can't help it. He's making me nervous. Ben, would you mind showing me some of your skills as a ventriloquist? Well, I really, right now, why? Oh, he's contagious. Would you mind taking a look at this? I guess we won't need you to look at this after all. This man is not gonna say anything. Alright, good talk. Can I take this thing out of the pocket yet? Nope. Do I have to go back to Mo's room? Or do I have to show him? My attorney badge has been getting a lot of use lately. Okay, never mind. Hello? Kablamo! Congratulations, you're the big winner! The 1,000,000th visitor to the room of one Mr. Mo Curls, aka me! Earplugs. Must find earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one. Did you get my joke right there? I welched on giving you more than one. No, it was funny. It was your duty as a human being to laugh. People who don't laugh are usually last seen in Lansing. Catch my drift? Maya. This is like some Faustian nightmare. Come on, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book. In my book, they're just funny looking. You sure do have great taste in clothes, girlie. Look at that garb. You look just like Greta Garb. Oh! It's awful. I'm going home. No, Nick! You can't. You know, I can excuse a bad joke or two, but this stooge keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to. Okay, I get it. But you have to admit, he is kind of funny. No, I do not have to admit that, because he isn't. Could you please tell us more about the Very Big Circus? It's very big story. You sure got that kind of time? And the hits just keep on coming. This circus has been in business for 20 years. We all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry. 20 years? Wow. Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, TVs, and bowling, there's just too much competition. But I love the circus. I love it too. That is why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running. No one sends the clowns on us. Nick, he just made a joke. Laugh. Har har har. The ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world, a real class act. Even when there was no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me, because he knew that I had a family to take care of. He was happy to take care of his employees. You see, how could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Mo. Wiggity, 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 what? Ugh. I'm sorry, Mo. Nick was born without a sense of humor. Don't worry about it. How can you fault someone for being born that way? Let's talk about the murder. Let's see. It must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it. Caught a peek of the crime. Just as we suspected. This guy's the eyewitness to the crime. The ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to the show. New elements? When you've been a performer for a long time, your act starts getting a bit stale. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth. But that make-believer takes things too far. Make-believer? The magician! The one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Well, the joke's on him now. On him? Yep, he got on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder? Go ahead. Nope, no way. Just forget I said anything. I bet he's still hiding something about Max. You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. Don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna have to keep these lips, gonna have to let these lips stay zipped. That's not fair. I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details. But only if you can get old Stiff Lips here to make with the funny. Stiff Lips? Wait, do you mean me? Nick, you can do it. What's the matter? Just getting ready. Okay. Do you know why I, Phoenix Wright, am a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. At least his expectations are low. I wouldn't let him quit his day job. Yeesh, cut a guy some slack. At least it was funnier than Chuckles over here. It wasn't the greatest joke I've heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw. I'm sorry he's incapable of being funny, Mo. That night, once I had tuckered myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thwomp. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed, and that's when I saw... Without question, without a doubt, it was that magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible that man actually is. He knows more about Max than he is letting on. Huh. If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too. No! Sorry, I crossed the line. But he truly is a disgusting human being. Why do you hate him so much? Let me tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clonked Ben right over the head as hard as he could. Ben? The ventriloquist with the speech impediment? You should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves. Cafeteria? Let's just say there's got to be something interesting there. Ah, yes. The Berry Big Circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around. Oh, thank you. This is an atlas. Oh, I kill myself. Really, I'm dying here. Coronary. Now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. How do I get to the cafeteria? Ew, this place is gross. This must be because of last night. And I didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of the murder? That reminds me. What was it that Mo said? He said that yesterday morning Max conked Ben over the head here. He also said that there's got to be something interesting there. Nick, what's got to be interesting? Don't ask. The kitchen over there. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's a duty list posted here. I wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Maya's killer hamburger. You'd try it, wouldn't you? Looks like they've left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder. They didn't seem too worried about cleaning up the dishes, did they? Looking at all these dishes is making me hungry. Let's go get a burger at the snack stand outside. Once we're finished with the case. Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go! Wah! Where's the mute button when you need it? The chair's been knocked over. And that's what it looks like. It almost looks as if someone knocked it over in a struggle or used it for self-defense. Or maybe Regent just likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria. What's this? It must be a juice bottle or something. I think it's a wine bottle. Ah, watch out, Nick! There's broken glass all over the floor. A broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor. Do you think it means anything? There's got to be something interesting there. Looks like we're going to have to go back and meet with him. Him? Ah, a bulletin board for, bulletins. Doesn't look like there's any useful clues posted here. Boring. Maybe we should just leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read. Juicy? You know, like a fake clue. Maybe something like, message from the killer. Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe would take it all seriously. There's dirty dishes all over the place. It must have been too hectic last night to clean up. You know I can't stand a mess, Nick. I think you and I should clean this place up for them. Why do we have to clean up? One, because I hate dirty cafeterias. Two, because one bears repeating. But this is a crime scene. We can't clean it up. We have to preserve it for evidence. Ah! You know I really hate dirty cafeterias! Not as much as I hate cleaning dirty cafeterias. Keep our cafeteria clean. Doesn't seem like anyone ever read this sign, huh? Maybe they should make it easier to understand. Clean it or die! Well, that would definitely make them clean up. This is strange. There's nothing on top of this stand. Look here, Max is written on it, so it must be his VIP table. Isn't it a bit small to be a VIP table? You won't be putting a 10-course meal on this. Well, you could still eat hamburgers, right? Did you get hit on the head with this box? Would you mind taking a look at this? Ugh. I don't know what to do with this, man. Do I have to actually go back and talk to Mo then? Oh, shit. No? I guess I should have tried to present it. Hold on. What do you think about this? Anything come to mind? Ah. Okay. Okay. So the bottle didn't mean anything. So now what do I do? I can't get anyone else to talk to me... Max still has the, Max still has the locks. We could try and do that. I don't know if I have enough evidence. Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the detention center. Did you just call me his sweetie again? What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with? Well, we've gathered quite a few clues. Wonderfully fantabuloso. I mean, fabulous. That's why we came to meet with you again. What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face. Okay then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous. Take that! Oh, thank you. Last night you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth? The whole truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary? I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? I guess. It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? Not with the compensation, just with the date. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago. Fabulous. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. He called you? Why did he do that? Sorry, sweetie, that's private. The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max, perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about. Well, not if I don't have to. Isn't this why the ringmaster called you into his room that night? Oh, because you did a hit? Isn't this why you were called into the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria. But you already knew that, didn't you? Oh, of course. It fell and broke on the floor. He's still hiding something else. Max. What is it, my sweetie? It didn't fall and break on the floor. You used this bottle to... You do a hit. But Ben... You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called into the ringmaster's room that night. Fabulous! You might as well be a magician! We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max. You must mean from the dinosaurs. How were those Jurassic, Geriatrics? Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you? Yes, sweetie. That's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They are absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us. People who really understand? For instance, my sweetie pie. Huh, so Regina understands him, huh? I plan on getting married to her. She is truly my sweetie pie princess. Wow, that's so cool. It's already in the works. Oh? You met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder. Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m. once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished. They found the ringmaster's body in the plaza in front of the lodging house. Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. Huh. Sorry, Max, I have something I must attend to right now. Do you mind waiting for me right here? It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat? It's alright. I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. And then I waited for him, but he never came back. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea what he went off to do. The truth is, yesterday morning during breakfast, we had a run-in. You mean you had a fight with Ben the ventriloquist? You could put it that way. Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man. We fought about my sweetie pie. You mean Regina? That ill-bred creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that? Ill-bred? Are you talking about the same Ben? He told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is Ben we're talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad, and I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me, and I realized that it was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room, and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie. What? The ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie, and no one else's. I see. Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up. Shut him up? What did you mean by shut him up? You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trilio can't say a word, not without Ben. Trilio? The puppet. The ventriloquist puppet. His real name is Trilio Quist. But a puppet doesn't talk. I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. If that puppet started flapping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed. You hid him? You mean the ventriloquist puppet? You are so smart, sweetie. Where did you hide him? What? Sweetie, you aren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you? Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet. Fabulous! That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trilio in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trilio for me, do you, my sweets? No problem! None at all! Thank you, Max! You know, I can't stand to see my sweetness in a jam. Then don't go hiding puppets! Okay. Huh, Ben's not here anymore. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something. It's cold out. He's probably in the tent. What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we've been making any progress. Don't be so negative. Of course we are making progress. But everyone loved the ringmaster, and there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved. Of course. And now Regina isn't here. I'm not seeing how that's related. It looks the same as always. A great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing. Will you just stop it, you poster pilferer? I'm just kidding. You know I already got one of those posters. You mean stole one of those posters. Yeah, let's focus on what Max told us. He said that he hid Trilio somewhere in this room. Trilio. Oh, the ventriloquist puppet. Nick, look at all these cute trophies. Indeed, just look at all the awards the circus has won. Oh, we read all this. There's something shoved under the bookshelf. This is... Ah, that's Trilio! That's Ben's puppet! I think you're right. Well, we'll give it back to him later. Why do I have to carry this thing? Yeah, ventriloquist dummies are super fucking spooky. I used to stay at my grandmother's house, and there was 2 beds in my mom's old room when she was a little girl, and that's where my sister and I would sleep sometimes. And in one of the drawers was a ventriloquist dummy, and it was my mom's. And I don't remember what his name was, but I know he was scary, and I didn't like that he was in the drawer. He's just waiting to murder me. It was super spooky. And then, when the house got sold, my mom put that awful thing in my closet, in my actual room. So he was always there, and I'm too short to reach the top of my closet, so I couldn't even do anything about it. He was just there forever. And that's what hell is like. Oh, hey, Ben! Hello. Hello to you, too. It's awfully cold today. Don't you agree? Yeah, I do indeed. Don't you think it's cold, Nick? I don't see how talking about the weather is helping our case. Ah, Ben, this is yours, isn't it? Yes, that's mine. Here you go. Trilio Quist had returned to Ben. All right, Maya, let's get going. It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben. Oh, okay. So, Nick, where are we going next? Let's see. Maybe we should go talk to the clown once again. Hey, wait! Who said that? What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench. What's your problem anyways? Don't you know how to properly greet someone? Ben, is that you, Ben? No. I would never. It was me. Yeah, me, down here. You're Trilio? That is Mr. Quist to you, sir. Learn some manners before you just blurt out my name. Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect. Not again. Mr. Quist, is that better? No, look at me when I'm talking to you, you 8-bit excuse for an attorney. Trilio, we talked about insulting people. You promised. But he is mocking me. Not being mean to bullies was not included in the deal. I'm sorry, Trilio. Nick, what just happened? Trilio is still a puppet, right? I mean, Triloquist puppet? Hey! What do you think you are, calling me a puppet? This is our life now. Tell us what you know about the murder. You talking to me? I said you talking to me! Don't look at him when you're talking to me. Trilio Quest, you behave, young man. Shut up, Woody. What murder are you talking about? You mean the one where they offed the old man? I guess so. No need to make such a fuss about things. That old mutt paid us all in peanuts. Trilio, you can't say things like that. I didn't raise you to be that kind of puppet. Don't you have nerve pills or something? Go take right now! These two are really an odd couple, aren't they, Nick? Okay, I'll talk. Grabs got clobbered over the head. Let me lay it all out for you. The pay sucks, the clown sucks, and my partner has his hand up my pants. Your partner? You mean Ben? Yeah, the creepy old guy who never finds it himself to leave me alone. Tell him to back off for me, will you? Just another one of those dorks around here. Oh my. But I'll be fair. In this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers, I found my Madonna. Your Madonna? Regina, my lovely Regina. She is stunning, right, Ben? Well, I'm not sure if I would go that far. You'll have to excuse me. He does not understand of what he speaks. I, on the other hand, am an appreciator of true beauty, hence why I shall marry her. But Mary! The ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by that flying fraud. You mean Max Galactica. Why do you say that? Trilio, straighten up. Don't accuse people like that. Straighten up! I'm made of wood. Besides, you were there. You know what happened. You were there? Hey, if you're not interested, then I'll let you in on the facts. You're going to marry Regina? That's right. She doesn't quite realize the joy that awaits her, does she? I think I'm beginning to see why she seemed troubled. Well, I don't care. It's my choice, not hers. We're getting hitched. I know you think that, but what? I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful gift of song. You gave her a song? Well, I am a renowned tenor. You'll be happy to know that I've decided to grace you with one of my songs. Me. I want you to touch me. I want you to kiss me. I want you to... The rest is private. Well, the melody is pretty good. But those lyrics, I think they need a little work. Who asked you? I'm the artist here. Thanks. Now that Trilio's here, Now that Trilio's here, does that mean you can talk normally now? Hey, Butterface! Ah! You must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of that pesky magician once and for all. Trilio! Enough jabba jabba, let's get to the court already! Hey, wait a second! Nick, what is going on? He's a witness for tomorrow's trial. Ugh. That was so much. What in the world happened with Ben and Trilio? Quite a pair, those two. What did that puppet... A monkey. Monkey. Oh no, now what? Ah! Hey, welcome back, Nick. That monkey. Ah! My badge! That monkey stole it! What? Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You look so completely dumbfounded. Regina. You. That monkey. Hey, no need to get angry, okay? But my attorney's badge. Don't worry, I'll help you out. Okay, if you say so. If I don't get my badge back, how can I flash it? By the way, the monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey. His name is Monkey... Money? The monkey. It's called Money. Yes. Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back? I'll see what I can do, even if I have money problems. Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. That's pretty funny. Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where the money disappeared to. I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know. Huh? You don't know? Well, Money isn't exactly someone I'm on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need taming. Oh, I see. Go to Mo's, I guess it is time that I revisit that kooky clown. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilio? What do you mean hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilio told me that he was in love with me. Trilio told you he was in love with you. Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him. But what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trilio. Like sand through an hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? Nope, that won't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trilio both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. But Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trilio hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Huh? What? Who do you think I should go for? Max or Trilio? Wait. You do realize that Trilio is a puppet, huh? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Oh boy. We need to leave. It's just too much. I understand that I'm at a circus, but this place is full of clowns. Oh god, what now? Huh, Detective Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Wright all the time. Ugh. It's alright to be wrong every now and then, right? See, Nick? It just took a while for the joke to find its audience. So what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it. We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? Yeah, how'd you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? Yeah. So, about Regina. Regina is such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know? But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top. Sounds like Pearly. For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality. She lives in a dream world. She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life. I guess that explains why she thinks she could marry a ventriloquist puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply without complications. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ah, yes, Money! He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Why's that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved with any monkey business, right? Ah, exactly! Bravo, bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. Then who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course! Shall we go? Should we go with him now or wait a while? Acro. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. That's a big pile of junk over in the corner. I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that Phoenix's stuff is over there, too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. Holy cow! There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. Even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy, and it's really heavy. Nick, I found it. Your badge. It's right here. Thanks. You really saved me. Huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring! There's something engraved on it. From T to R. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow? Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow? Mo and maybe the puppet. Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. Oh. Nothing but clowns. And what a good stopping point. That was, I was actually worried that the investigation wouldn't take that long, but that actually took fucking forever. It was so much. It was all so ridiculous. But that is going to be it for me today. I don't know how long this trial is going to be. I can't even fathom. I have no idea what happened. I can't even guess. We clearly haven't even met everybody, so like whoever Acro is still needs to be introduced, and T to R, so, or is that Trilio? Trilio to Regina? Good lord. But yes, that is going to be it for me today. There will be no 6 p.m. stream, so no more Pillars of Eternity 2. I did think about it, and it just, it's just not flowing right. And what happened yesterday was like a big eye-opener of what kind of how sluggish that stream was going to continue to be if we continue to try. So, no 6 p.m. stream today, so no Pillars of Eternity, and the new stream at 6 p.m. will be Nier Replicant, which I'm very excited to play, so that will be very, very good. Tomorrow, though, is Friday? Am I all mixed up? No, tomorrow is Friday. And it will be a very chill, very soft and gentle Stardew Valley stream. I think we'll play for a little while. I will play until the the Final Fantasy Fan Fest happens. So that will be at 2 p.m. EST. So Friday, 2 p.m. EST, Stardew Valley. And then Saturday and Sunday will be Final Fantasy 14. I actually have to check when the live letter is happening. Maybe no Saturday stream. I actually have to see where things are happening. But yes, that will be at 5 p.m. EST. It'll be Final Fantasy 14, and we are moving on to Heaven's Ward, which is very exciting. Then I am off on Monday, and so Tuesday will be our next Phoenix Wright stream at 2 p.m. EST, and then Near Replicant at 6 p.m. EST. I very much hope to see you there. I hope you all have a very lovely afternoon, and take care. Bye-bye!